Hello there, boys and girls, welcome back to the channel and welcome back to something a little bit different. The power goes into your hands. Yes, you are going to vote for the next adventure we have starting first, second week of January. So yeah, this is what we're going to be talking about today. So if you're not already, you need to be hitting up my Twitter. So my Twitter is down below at OTW_YT. There will be a poll, a pinned tweet on my Twitter with the two options, as you can see from the badges on the side, and a third option where you'll be able to leave your comment on the series that you want to see. So there might be a team out there that's a really good challenge and you want me to go and deliver. So without further ado, we are going to talk about the two teams that you can see, and we're going to go into a little bit of detail with, you know, their star ratings, their facilities, their money, exactly what they've got, and then you can make an informed decision on the team you want me to play as, going from about January all the way through probably to about May, June time. See exactly what we can get out of this save, and it'll be a big long-term save for us as well. So without further ado, let's introduce you to Port Vale and all their ins and outs of that club. So this is team number one that you get to vote for, Port Vale in Sky Bet League 2 in England. As you can see, they are a professional outfit. 2-star reputation, so regional reputation. Their finances are okay. If we have a look at the finance screen, they've got £150,000 to play with in the transfer budget, and around about 5-6 grand to play with the wage budget as well. So a little bit of money to spend if we did take over at Port Vale. If you have a look at the facilities of Vale, you're looking at a 19,000 all-seater stadium. It was built in 1950. It's average condition, probably poor condition to be brutally honest. Adequate corporate facilities, adequate training facilities, poor data analysis, below average youth facilities, and then we've also got average junior coaching and average youth recruitment. So all the facilities that you see in and around this club are going to have to be updated, have to be upgraded to get anything out of our youth teams and to get the players playing at their absolute maximum. This is the history of Port Vale. So these are the leagues and the trophies that they've won over the course of their history. They have been as high as the Championship way back in 97, 98. They had 3 seasons in the Championship and then got relegated, unfortunately. In that season, they were 23rd, and it's been a steady decline for Vale. Did get back into League One in 2013 and 14, again had a couple of years there, but then got relegated a few years back, and now they finished in 20th position last season, so basically just above the relegation places. And yeah, Port Vale be a very big test. If you have a look at the competition in Sky Bet League 2, these are all the teams. So you've got big clubs like MK Dons. It pains me to say they are a big club in this league. They've got people like Notts County as well. They're going to be the ones to beat. If you have a look at the season preview with Port Vale, they are 65-1 to win promotion, and they're nowhere near the playoffs. And as I said, you've got big clubs like Dons, Mansfield, Lincoln, Bury, Exeter, Notts County, Northampton and Oldham. So it's a very tricky league to attempt to get out of. The board, if you have a look at what their expectations are, they want mid-table from us if we did take over, second round of the FA Cup and first round of the Carabao Cup. So we're already there, so that's not too bad. We've already got something on for the board there. So this is team number one, Port Vale. You get to vote on my Twitter page. If you're not on my Twitter, it's OTW_YT. Go across there, it's a pinned tweet on my account, and you get to vote. It'll be up there for the next couple of weeks. Right, so that was Port Vale, League 2 side in England, literally 15 minutes down the road from where I live, so very close to where I live in Stoke. So yeah, that is Port Vale. What do you think? Do you think it's a good thing, a bad thing? As I said, it's completely down to you whether we go there and manage that team. And the second team we're going to show you is 1860 Munich, and this is the ins and outs of their club as well. This is the second club that you've got a chance to vote for, and it's 1860 München or 1860 Munich. a little bit more of a reputation with this team, so a 2.5-star reputation, so a national reputation with 1860. Okay finances yet again. If we have a look at what we've got to play with regards to the transfer budget, as you can see, no transfer budget whatsoever. I'm doing a bit of digging into their history. They actually have financial difficulties over the last 2 or 3 years, so yeah, it's going to be a big ask for this one. Got a little bit of wage budget to spend, so about 6.5 to 7k in the wage budget, plus in the rules of the league we've got a lot of rules to kind of abide by in the league, so yeah, going to be a tough one with regards to that. If we have a look at the facilities, as I said, because they've had financial difficulties, they're not actually playing at the Allianz Arena anymore. So yeah, that's a big thing. So 15,000 capacity stadium. I'm not even going to try and pronounce that. It's a little bit out of my league, but only nearly 6,000 seated in there as well, council owned. So we've possibly going to expand that or even buy our own stadium. So again, that's going to be something that we need to really look at. With regards to the facilities, good corporate facilities, great training facilities, no data analysis facilities, so we need to be growing on that. Superb youth facilities, and in regards to the coaching with the youth recruitment and stuff, so adequate junior coaching and a well-established youth recruitment. So we'll hopefully get some really good regens if we did take over at 1860, and we only really need to look at building on the data analysis, because we don't have any, and possibly the junior coaching as well, to get a little bit more out of our youth team when it comes through. As I said, if you have a look at the history, they have won the Bundesliga and the German Cup, or the Pokal, I think it's the Pokal Cup in Germany. They have been in the Bundesliga for a long time, and then they got relegated down to the Bundesliga 2, and then finally they actually, again looking into the history, they actually were in the 4th tier last season because they couldn't pay their way into the Bundesliga 3. They then won that 4th tier, and now they are in the German 3rd division. So it's going to be a big test to get them back to not only the Bundesliga, but also trying to go and win another Bundesliga title with 1860 Munich and go up against the might of Bayern Munich. Like we did with Port Vale, we're going to have a look at the season preview. And as if you see here, we are expected to finish 6-1 odds to go up. So with the looking at 6, we're not even looking at a playoff place. We're well outside the playoff places, because you're looking at 1st and 2nd go up, and then a third place then plays a playoff with the 16th place in the Bundesliga 2. So yeah, we're not expected to get promoted this season, the first season at all, but we are expected to be top 6 of the league. So big ask for us there. If you have a look at the competitions, they're looking for a top half finish and reach the first round of the German Cup, which we're already in, which is not too bad. So that is the second team that you can vote for in the poll on my Twitter. As I said, if you're not there already, it's at OTW_YT, and it'll be the first pinned tweet on my Twitter account. So that's 1860 Munich, a very tough test, because starting in the German 3rd division and having to go up against the might of people like Bayern Munich, Borussia Dortmund, Bayer Leverkusen, if we got there in the Bundesliga. So a big test for us there. Say money troubles at the club as well, so we don't exactly know what's going to happen if they get taken over, money pumped into the club, all that, etc. As I said, there is going to be a third option in the poll where it just says other, and you comment down on that tweet on a save, on a team, on a country that you want me to go and explore, and if you've got any suggestions, that's where your suggestions go in that third option, if either Port Vale or 1860 Munich aren't the team that's really floating your boat in this poll. But that's it. As I said, you need to be on my Twitter. You need to go to my Twitter at OTW_YT, pinned tweet on my Twitter, and you get to vote. That vote will be up there all the way through Christmas, all the way through New Year, and I'll have a look at it I'll have a look at it every single day, but it will close kind of just after New Year's Day, and then that will be the save that we take forward from January all the way through to May, June time, depending on how much longevity we get from that save. So that is going to be it for this episode. If you have enjoyed it, please do drop it a like, subscribe to the channel if you're new and you don't want to miss out any more content. Remember, tick that little bell icon. Have a fantastic Christmas and a great new year, and I'll see you back in January with our new team and our new adventure.